All right, welcome to the third episode for War-Daddies. It's going to just be me from the group tonight, and I'm going to be joined by Laron, who is our TO for the Midwest Bash that is coming up this weekend, and also went to the Masters Tournament. You want to give us a quick introduction about yourself, Laron?
How you guys doing? My name's Laron. I play out of St. Louis at Game Night, the place where we'll be holding Midwest Bash this year. I play a lot of AoS, probably too much AoS, but the game hasn't lost its luster for me, so I'll still be playing for a while.
No such thing as too much AoS. We're a year and a half away from the next edition.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be a blast. So, you're our TO. This will be, I think, my third year attending Bash. Wife's not coming, child's not coming. It's just me this time.
Oh.
Yeah. So my son said, 4 tournaments, 4 months. I need a break. So he's being a bum. I enjoy your St. Louis scene out there. Game night's a lot of fun. Do you do just the one tournament, or do you do multiple?
I run Midwest Bash, and I run Warfare Weekend. Those are the 2 I run, and then Jeff has the Gateway Open every year. So I think and then Jake just started the River City Rumble. And so in our area, we have 4 every year.
4 every year.
So I run 2.
And is Wayfair the team tournament that you have?
Yes, it is. It's the Friday night's a 3-round doubles, and then it goes into a 4-man teams format.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We need more teams in the area.
Oh, yeah. We got to get ready for Masters.
It's just, St. Louis is so far for me. It's 6 hours away.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at Heartland there. And we're saying the same. I'm like, 6 hours. I'm like, we should go.
Yeah. I mean, your guys' venue's a blast. If anyone hasn't been, it actually is a pretty good venue for people who are not playing, because there are tons of couches. You can sit there and just, like, I think they got puzzles, board games, or these giant bean bags that you can take a nap on. My wife has napped on those.
They are fluffed out and cleaned and sprayed every day.
Yeah, very clean facility. It's very nice. It's also a lot bigger than what you expect. And there is a subway within walking distance that gets overloaded in the second or after the first round.
Yeah, a lot of food choices. We got the Steak and Shake, the Jersey Mike's, Jack in the Box if you're feeling brave, Hot Shots, some Italian food places. Yeah, there's a pretty nice area of food.
And are you having another dinner night like you did last year?
I sure am. I haven't decided where yet. I think last year we went to Hibachi. We'll probably go to the same place because that place was awesome.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I was very hungry. That hit the spot. So what are you looking forward to about this year's Bash?
One of the first tournaments after the Battle Scroll. Like, they're a couple of weeks after the Battle Scroll. I'm looking to see what people have come up with for this new season we're in, given the shake-up. Well, I don't think the Battle Scroll really shook up too much, but a lot of the competitive lists had to pivot, So I'm looking forward to see what people come up with to play. Being that it's in our St. Louis area and we're pretty hard-headed when it comes to the meta, we're going to see some pretty diverse lists, and I can't wait to see what people come up with.
Yeah, battle scrolls are always fun. Your weekends that you seem to pick for this usually seem like end of January to early February. Is that just trying to fit in with game night schedule, or yours? Is it?
It's trying to avoid the Super Bowl.
That's a big one.
And yeah, and then Yeah, that's about it. Game night's usually lenient. Like I usually get a chance to pick which weekend it would be. To be honest, this week, if I had remembered I was going to Masters this weekend, I would have tried to push it back.
Yeah, you're putting a lot into this week, getting back from Masters, and then you got the tournament, and you got doubles. So yeah, Midwest Bash does have doubles on Friday. I'll pull that page up in just a second. But so Fridays, people can do a doubles tournament. All right. There we go. Doubles. And it's $40 per team. Only got to do one. Yeah, I think the first year, me and my son, we did that, and I accidentally signed us both up as a doubles. So I overpaid, but game night was able to get us our refund.
Oh, good. Glad to hear that.
But we left on a Thursday, so we were looking at more hotels. So it is fun, and if you're close, I definitely suggest people try the doubles out. It's fun.
I have really cultivated an area, mainly due to Adepticon, that loves doubles. I love them. I love anything to do with doubles, team formats. And so when I first started running tournaments, I'm like, I'm doing a doubles, two-man double the day before every event because it gets people in. It helps pad the other events. And then I don't think a lot of people play a lot of doubles. So it's an interesting format to see what people come up with to try to leverage the system to overcome their opponents. And I usually give away 2 spearhead boxes for those, to the winners. So it's usually a good way to start off the army.
Yeah, there you go, people. There's good prize support in his doubles tournament, so sign up for that too. You ever think about doing a 2-day event for doubles, or is that what Wayfair takes the place for?
I probably dreamed of it before. It's something I could probably do. If I were to do that, I'd just run another event in the year for that. Because I wouldn't want to give up doing Midwest Bash as a singleton format, and I wouldn't want to give up Warfare team format. I think the only problem would be picking when. Us in the Great Plains, we love our events, so the best time frames kind of like get taken up pretty quickly.
It definitely is exploding, especially with the Masters team format coming in, and the Great Plains basing our participation by our top 8. I do think our events are growing in a fairly quick escalation, because normally it's like, well, so for me personally, like the big tournaments I usually hit were Flying Monkey, and then I usually would hit 1 or 2 in the Oklahoma scene, and then last year's I hit Bash. Going to continue hitting Bash. It's fun. I enjoy that venue. Well, Travis has his Vault Wars. I made it the first time there, and it's like, that is really fun. I like that event. It was great. Now I'm up to 5 events in a short time, and it does seem like we're getting more, and I think that's great. But we got lots of people that have to travel now.
Yep, and that's the part. The hard part is juggling. It's just making sure there's enough time between each event that people can go to as many as they want to. Like you said, especially since our ranking is based off attendance and placement, you want to go to at least, I think we need you to go to at least 4.
Yep.
I think in that format. And then, so it's getting tight, but we're making it work. We're getting work.
Yeah, we got a little more room, I think, for a few more that we can sneak in there. I was joking with my wife that there's like a time from October to mid-November that I could hit 4 tournaments in like 6 weeks, and she, I think, wanted to hit me.
Yeah, I think my buddy Jake. Yeah, back in October, we ran the True Grand. It was like Race City Rumble, into the Civil War event that we held locally, which was River City Raiders versus Gateway Gamers, into Vault Wars. And I think we had like a week, and then it was in Warfare.
I thought.
And I was like, I'm sure your wives hate me.
Yeah, Warfare was the same weekend as the Oklahoma Open.
Yeah.
And
It broke my heart. It broke my heart. I wanted to go to that, and then I got the dates for Warfare, and I was like, is there any way we can move these dates? He's like, well, there's like 8 other games playing there, so no. I was like, okay. You have my loyalty, so I'll be here.
Yep.
But somebody's not going to be happy.
So since you do have the Warfare, are you going to have that? Is that date set for next year, or will you find that one out later?
Find out later, usually about June, July. I think they had a meeting about it already, but they haven't communicated to me yet what's going to go on.
Yeah, I believe the Show Me Showdown has already put in its date, and it's locked, and it is a different, I believe, perceived weekend than what it was this last time, to try and not step on another GT's event. So, because I think we had 3 or 4.
Kansas, right?
Yeah, Show Me was in Kansas City. So we had Warfare in St. Louis, we had the Oklahoma Open, and we had Show Me in Kansas City all in the same weekend.
I see there the 6th to 8th, yeah. Well, a good chance I'll be at that, because we met Jason this weekend, and we impressed upon him how awesome we were, and he's already told us we can stay at his house for any Kansas event, so we'll be there.
I don't know if I know who Jason is.
Jason Borai, he plays Nurgle. He was on the Masters team this year.
Okay.
He jumped on all our swords for us, so yeah.
He was your punching bag?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so why don't we go ahead and talk about the event, the big Masters event where you took OBR. And considering how many swords you've won with Stormcast, I didn't know you could play a different army.
Fun fact, I only play Stormcast when there's a sword on the line.
Oh.
It's much easier to Highlander, as everyone does say. It is true. It is true. Swords are easier when with Stormcast. And so my main army is actually Slanesh, but I'm on hiatus from them right now.
And why are you on hiatus from that? I was under the impression they're a very strong army right now.
They are very strong. All the stuff I normally play is strong right now. I really don't like the battle trait. I feel like I'm working way too hard to get my wins. I think, and so I don't like them.
Fair enough.
I don't want to think that hard.
You don't want to think that hard. So you just bring the impossible to kill OBR?
Yes, they're just Stormcast with bone themed.
So, since you do play OBR, what do you think of the reveal?
Chariot, I love every chariot in the game. So that excited me to no end. I know they're going to be terrible, and I'm probably going to buy 3 of them. The archers I'm kind of meh on, I'm just like, okay. And then I saw we got our complimentary foot hero, which is, woo.
Gotta have a foot hero. What did you think of the Reapers?
The stealth dudes, the little ninjas.
Yeah, that can teleport through terrain.
Yeah, I didn't like them.
You didn't like them? I thought that was the best kid out of it.
Yeah, they gave me Drukhari Dark Elf vibes.
Okay.
If I look at the aesthetic of the army, I don't think they match what the military-ish style that OBR has. So when I looked at that unit, I don't think they mesh into the army as well. It's like something that would be better in like Dark Elves, so like a Witch Elfy vibe, or look like something that should show up in Skaven, but like have rat noses. So I didn't care for them too much. The rules I'm sure are going to be great, but I did not like the look of them.
Okay, fair enough. So how was the Masters event overall?
Great. Great. Anybody who is afraid that they're just going to go to this event and just meet up like, 80 tryhards, 79 tryhards outside of themselves is mistaken. It's 80 people in the room there to play AOS to the best of their ability, make friends and mingle, and like hopefully walk away with some wins. And so everybody was friendly. Everybody was accommodating. It was a huge vibe. It was great. It was honestly akin to going to any event that we have here locally, or going to honestly, I would say it was friendlier than Adepticon, because Adepticon has so many people who are cliquey because there's so many people. Where here, I didn't have that vibe. Everybody was like trying to rub elbows with everyone else. So socially, it was awesome. And then competitively, you really got to test your mettle to see if you could stand up to some of the best players in our country, including Canada, And it was a blast. I would go again. I recommend anybody who makes top 8 to go. It is worth it.
I was going to say, at the current point, you are I think you're leading it behind Alex Cotter. I think Alex is number 1 right now, and you're number 2.
Uh-oh.
So you might have to stop TOing and take that spot back.
Alex can have number 1. He knows I can beat him.
So good venue.
Great venue. Oh my God, great venue. Some food was included at this one, and so which usually makes people nervous, But oh my God, the food was so good. We had I think the first and last day, we had tacos, but it was like tortillas, corn, and flour. And they gave us like grilled chicken and steak, right? And then it's like, okay. And then you eat it, you're like, okay, shit, they put some salt, pepper, and other seasonings on this. This is good. With some assortment of salads, some great desserts. Amazing. And then the second day, it was salmon and more steak.
I was gonna say you had me lost when you said salmon. I don't like fish that much, but I can definitely eat a steak.
Oh my! And you can get as many places as you want, Brett.
What?
As many places you want? Yeah.
It was all you could eat.
Oh. All you could eat. It was crazy.
I gotta win some tournaments so I can join you guys.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. And by the time you were done, and like a good 2-4 hours later, they're like, all right, let's go to dinner. And I'm like, I don't think I can eat.
Saves you some money.
Oh yeah, definitely did. But we ate good though. You gotta get some seafood. So we ate good.
So how was the TOs going? Was like any TOs really needed with all these players, or were there some questions that people were a little hesitant on?
To be honest, TOs were definitely still needed. The same questions I heard a lot were the same questions I hear at normal tournaments. So that was surprising.
What's the question you normally hear at a lower GT or normal GT?
Usually how obscuring works,
I still don't know how it works.
Power. Let's see, some army abilities, ruling. But usually most questions evolve around those. Like how does obscuring work in this situation? Like if I've answered any question at a GT, it's usually obscuring. Be like boom. Can I place a power to unbind and my opponent's turn is like, no, you have to spend the CP. So
What?
stuff like that. Yeah.
What? What? They.
So which one?
You said, can they use the place of power to unbind?
So if so a lot of people think if they place a power, they could get a banish, right? Not unbind, banish.
Okay, banish. So instead of doing
banish.
a cast, you get a chance to banish their spell.
Mm-hmm,
Okay,
mm-hmm.
okay,
And some
that.
people think you're allowed to use that to banish. It's like, no, you still got to spend the CP. That's for your turn. So you can place the power to banish in your turn. But you can't do it in your opponent's turn. You have to spend the CP.
I hadn't even thought of that because it's usually if they summon it that turn, you can't banish it anyways. So.
True, but sometimes you'll want to get rid of another one they have out and so forth.
Yeah.
I've been interchanging banishment and unbind since the beginning of time.
So, did you like your list that you had for the tournament, or is there things that you would have changed?
I loved it. I think I had one matchup where I would have preferred another list I was practicing, but this list was solid. This list did me pretty well. I thought at first I'd be mad that I only had 2 wizards. No, I never really regretted. There were not too many other spells I felt like I needed to cast. I am hard-pressed to look at my list and say I should have done this instead, where a lot of the time my losses were literally just due to either A, my opponent having an ability that he was able to leverage really well against me, or the dice just deciding I wasn't going to win that fight that time. So I was really happy with the list. Very happy with the list. Would not change a thing.
Wouldn't change a thing. You wouldn't have tried to go into more of a skew list? You think your list was all around just could handle most threats?
Yep, I had Aura's ability that helps me against shooting. So if someone wants to shoot me, they're going to be a little bit less efficient. The list really wants you to come charging to me, and then so all my buffs turn on, and I kill you easier. So if I get into a matchup against a melee army, I'll usually edge out ahead of it because it's just like, here's a lot of damage. Or here's more damage than you expected again. And then here's my wall. And so most engagements I was typically able to punch off of. And if I lost, it was because they had, I don't know, more damage. My losses at this tournament were against Belfa Lords. Where I was looking pretty good until he doubled and was able to take advantage. My second loss was against Slanesh, which was funny because the day before I just bodied the Slanesh list. That was similar. But he had a big key difference that really shut my army down, which was awesome to see Slanesh do because, I'm down on him. And my last was against Stormcast. Did you know that if the Stormcast makes all of their 9-inch deep strikes, they could win games?
I did know that, especially if. So was it the Grandhammer list?
No, it was Symbols of the Bleak. He had 3 units of Soulsworn, a 6-pack of Paladors, a Night Judicator. If you are not playing Night Judicators, you should be. They're solid.
I've heard they're really good for their points.
Yeah, they're really worth the points. Bastion and a Night Relictor. It was a very solid list. A very solid list. And he was just able to deep strike, make his 9-inch charges where a lot of my units were fighting like 3 2-damage units a lot of the time. And I was like, okay, cool, you got me. But that was a good grind. Yeah. That game was close.
Those Soulsworn punch hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're very efficient.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this list.
That's good. So what was your role for matches? Were you looking to take certain matches and try and void, or were you just put me to whoever you want?
So pretty good into most lists. There was very few I didn't feel green into. Green is like we use a green, yellow, red system.
Yep.
So if you're green into it, you felt like you were going to win it. If you're yellow, you felt, well, it's going to be tougher, it's going to be close, might not win, could lose. Or red, I'm going to lose that match. There weren't too many lists where I felt red into. I think I had mostly greens. I was a defender for low objective maps. So it didn't really matter who I played as long as the objectives was
3 to 4.
5.
Yeah. Oh, 3 to 5.
3 to 5. The way I think about 5 tournament objective missions is I just need 3.
Yeah.
So 5 is usually okay. 6 can get hard, especially if they have more bodies, and then I'm kind of more yellow. But if I was a defender, if I could pull tougher matches, I would. But it was mainly just make sure I win my game, or make sure it's close.
Yeah, it looked like there was lots of close games.
Lots of close games. We didn't do great at this event, but I think we definitely showed them that we have some players that could shock you a bit. Pat did great. He was a good shocker for a lot of people.
He was the Stormcast player, I believe.
Yeah, Stormcast, Heroes of the First Forge.
Do you think you guys how did the pairings go for you as a team? Do you think that may have been one of your bigger struggles, or was it just not being able to skew some of your guys' list?
No, it was pairings was a huge struggle. There wasn't a lot of lists. A lot of our lists were green into, and then so when it came to pairings, we had a tough time feeling comfortable putting anybody into a lot of our attack. I won't say anybody. I'll say our attackers into a lot of defenders. Like, well, if we put these 2 attackers into this, it might not go well. And so that happened a lot, which led to a lot of games that were lost because our lists just weren't flexible enough to deal with a lot of meta lists this season. Hopefully that answers the question. Pairing.
Yeah. Do you think that going off of our team for the Great Plains being at last year's participants might be a negative, or do you think us knowing we have about 6 months for those 8 guys to prep, or do you think that's a good thing that those people will know they're going into a team environment in 6 months, since our region finishes in June? Or do you think we might be better going off of people going off of a more recent, like, standing snapshot, like it's the top 8 that we have in maybe October?
So initially the event was supposed to be in October.
Okay.
Which will have given us, let's see, Summergathering was June, July, August, September. So it will give us 3 months for people who just got done winning to play into the Masters scene. So they're probably more familiar with lists, not too many shakeups in the format, especially since we used the new GHB for Summergathering, not Summergathering, for
the Masters event?
The Masters tournament, yeah. So I think having 6 months definitely did us in, because that's a lot of time for something to happen, and a lot of rule changes before you get to the Masters event. So I think you could say that how much time passed for sure hurt us a little bit, because some people will go on hiatus after that. I think Pat, I think Jason, and Don all hadn't really played AoS since Summergathering, right? and I think Daniel stopped in November and went on hiatus. So I think so. I think if they're gonna hold Masters in January, we should probably push back when our season ends. I think Pacific Northwest is from like November to December for their season.
Yeah.
So they get November. I think it just started. So I think it was November 2025 to December 2026 for their season, and then they go into Masters. So I think having something similar to that might do us better because people will be more familiar with their list and less likely to see a rules change. Like this year, GW put out the Battle Scroll in December, which is earlier than they usually do it.
Yep.
It's usually late January. So if we don't know they're doing that, that means you're less likely to see your army change before Masters, and so you're more prepared for the event.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised that we got that scroll as early as we did. I was expecting us to be waiting this week, and you're like,
Yeah.
like, well, this is why Laron has his list submission like Thursday night.
Yep. You can change it. It's not my fault if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, I've actually had my list set for your event for like 2 weeks, so.
Yeah. Well, good. Come roll us. We need it. They need to be humbled.
I am a perpetual 3-2 player. You will not see me humbling people. It's
You came close at Vault Wars, right? Because you were in contention for the sword with me, right?
yeah, but I lost to Daniel in the 4th round, I think, or 5th round. And yeah,
he spearheaded you, didn't he?
yeah. I all I had to do was kill Bellicor, and I would have won the game. But I couldn't kill Bellicor. He got so far away from my army.
Yeah, something to do with wings.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, some dude with wings that gave half my army the middle finger. And then I lost to Dylan in the first round because we grudged.
Oh. I will accept grudges, but I will not ever grudge anyone. I do not like them. Like, they always ask, let's grudge at the Midwest Bash. I'm like, no. I'm the fun killer. You better hope you pair.
Alright, let's see. So, anything you want to add in about Midwest Bash coming up? Anything people should look excited for?
I think so. I give away great trophies. I think our trophies are pretty cool. Our community is a hotbed of competitive players and great personalities. I have not met a bunch of better guys in my life. They're awesome. There's some girls, and they're awesome. So definitely, I think you should give us a shot. Especially some of you folks in Oklahoma and Arkansas. Come up. Not that bad of a drive. Just come on up. We'll welcome you.
Yeah.
We love to see you. But if you don't make it to our event this weekend, I'll be coming to you guys here soon.
Yeah, you're gonna come down to Wichita and you're gonna roll us since you have to TO this weekend.
I gotta get some points.
Gotta get those points. Gotta take that spot back from Alex. All right. Well, with that, I think we'll go ahead and call it. Unless you got anything else you want to add.
No. I think Masters. Be excited for Masters, guys. It's a great event. If you're on the fence on if you should care about GPM rankings, don't care about GPM making rankings. Care about going out there and playing some good games because Great Plains has a great community. So just by participating, you have a good shot at making it into the Masters. So don't give up. Just try, and Get out there and play in events. That's what Warhammer is for. The people, the games, the community. So play games. Try make it to Masters. Beat me. So I don't have to pay for it.
There you go. All right.